Hello, today we're going to be finishing up chapter 7.5. We are talking about sustainability. So, what businesses are doing to try and help the environment or recycle or reduce waste. And the final part of this presentation is managing the environment. So pollution dangers are big. We know that our country's population is growing pretty rapidly, and that trend continues all around the world. So as more people are living in places or close together, we get more waste that's created. We get more trash. We get more cars. We have more factories. Just all around people. Using more products creates more waste, so that's a problem. Some cities that are super overpopulated, LA is pretty well known for having a air quality problem throughout the year. Part of that is because their population, part of it is because their geographical location. They're kind of in a little bowl, and the smog is just basically pollution that kind of gets stuck in the air around their city. Other cities in the world, like Mexico City, I think was rated as one of the most polluted places on the planet as far as the air quality goes. Um, More people usually can result in these types of problems. Then we start to see things like not just the air, but the rivers, the lakes, other bodies of water get impacted by this also. To try and step in and fix some of these issues or make regulations, the federal government created the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. So they're there to try and reduce pollution in our air, in the water, the use of pesticides, even noise is considered a form of pollution. So here you can see some laws that have been put in place. A lot of them called Clean Air, Clean Water Act. Basically, these are all just actions put in place to try to reduce pollution and put regulations on it. So sustainability is a goal of the Environment Protection Agency. So technology and science comes into this in a big way. So any way that we can do research and invent and create products that can reduce these types of pollution is the way or where some of that money goes from this agency. Basically, that money would be coming from the government, from tax dollars, and some of that is used to promote cleaner practices. So one example here, a way that the EPA is stepping in and trying to regulate this is they can actually get into a car industry and put laws into a place for brand new cars and state how much they can or can't pollute. They can even make some laws about like noise and other issues like that, just to try to protect us and protect the environment and the world. And then the way that they get these rules to be enforced is by having fines or fees for any company that decides not to follow those rules. And the whole point of that is that those high costs will be strong enough that people will want to avoid them, so they'll go out of their way to follow those rules. So this is expensive, right? Businesses usually trying to be more environmentally friendly or cleaner or using less products or recycling, that's expensive. And so businesses would like to cut those corners to end up making more profits. But if we can get more and more rules and laws in place, then those companies aren't really going to have a choice. And in the long run, if it costs them a little more money, if it costs the customer a little bit more money, but we're saving our planet, it's worth it. All right, and the final thing here is a dilemma. The trouble is, what if one country, let's say Japan, what if Japan decides they're going to be as environmentally friendly as possible? So by doing that, they're going to spend a lot of money. It's going to be more expensive for them to manufacture products. Things might take more time. People may not have or be able to just use and throw things away like they'd like to as a convenience factor. Okay, but Japan decides we're going to do everything we can and we're going to be very environmentally friendly. That's great. Their country is going to be cleaner, their air is going to be cleaner. But then you start to think about, what if another country, let's say Norway, decides we don't have to follow Japan's rules. We can pollute as much as we want. We can destroy the environment as much as we want. It's going to make our businesses bottom dollar lower. They're going to make a lot more money. All right, so we have one country that's being very careful, another country that's not. And the trouble is, both those countries exist on our planet. So the trouble is, if you can't get everyone around the world to take it seriously, then you can do all you want to try and help the global environment. But if other countries and other businesses around the world don't do that, you can fall behind competitively, and your changes that you've made are probably not enough to save the global environment. It takes more than just one or two countries. So it's kind of a dilemma there. We can put rules in place for our country, but it's a lot harder to get other countries on board and to try and follow practices that will help our planet.